EABL Africa Limited is a multidisciplinary firm founded by young professionals. So we have a team of young professionals, I myself included, and we are able to understand the client's mind and the client's brief, and we are actually updated with modern and day-to-day construction methods, either for various reasons, either to save project cost or to come up with modern updated designs. And we are not ancient, and we are energetic, so we are able to come up with concepts that that stands the test of time, because when we design, we believe architecture or a building should speak for itself and should stand out the test of time. So we are able to come up with modern, acceptable designs and pocket-friendly designs, and advise our clients on various methods of saving project cost when you're building, when you're constructing your house. And we are also a pocket-friendly company whereby our designs are not expensive, so we don't charge the client expensive, it's reasonable, but we are able to work with our clients from start to the finishing, the handing over, and we are free and flexible for any changes, because we don't charge for revisions based on a certain limit. So it is easy to, we are approachable, and we make it easy and seem interesting and fun. We make actually the project that is technical seem fun and easy and understandable and doable. So we give you the strength and the hope that you can be able to do it, and you can be able to to start and complete, and with a set standard of time and program. Well, the first process when the client walks in at EABL Africa, we sit down and get to receive the brief. And after getting the brief from a client, we are able now to guide the client in the processes of planning. So it starts by getting the brief from the client, understanding what the client wants us to do, and we put it down on paper by giving proposals, different proposals for the client in terms of the plan. So once we have agreed with the client about the plan, we again advise the clients on the necessary steps that the client should take before they break the ground. So it all starts by visiting the site, getting to know the exact dimensions of the plot. And we, most of the reason why we normally do this is because when a client walks in generally with a piece of land, say 50 by 100, most of those spaces, when we go to the ground to take measurements, they normally not exactly 50 by 100. So if we design based on that, you may find you're doing a lot of revisions and reviews and back and forth after you've put in some work in terms of design. So we normally visit the site, take measurements, then once we get the correct dimensions, we can be able to come up with a sketch that shows the functions and the flow of that layout, the plan. So once we've gotten the layout correct and right, we extend our plans in doing the working drawings. So once we've done the working drawings, we do the county council approval drawings. Those are the ones that will now print on a blueprint piece of paper. The ones that most of them know them as a blueprint. So once we have done these plans, we also now upload them to various county government system, the EABL system. And once we've done that, we explain the client on the need for acquiring the necessary approvals, which are basically the architectural approvals, the structural approvals, and the change of use if there's any, and because you may be wanting to build an apartment in a place where it's residential, and in that place necessarily you have to do a change of use. So those are the processes that we normally try to explain to the client before doing any major development on a piece of land. Well, the realistic process, I mean in timelines in terms of a program of works when it comes to design, if it depends also on the scope of work. So if we are designing a bungalow, the time for doing the bungalow is different from the time for doing a mansionette and residential apartment or a commercial office space, malls, hospitals or institutions, and because of a number of things. Basically, if it's a commercial, then we have to do a feasibility study where we're able to explain to the client that if the project is viable or not, or is suitable for the same location or not. But if it's a bungalow, in terms of design, we can design a bungalow within a week, depending on the number of changes also the client would make. And if it's a mansionette also, we can design the mansionette within 2 weeks and deliver to the client. But also it depends also on the number of revisions the client would make, because in this case, design process is determined by the client's desire. So the client may want more and more and more ideas, because most clients Google a lot. So when they Google images, they come to the offices with this already perceived image that they want. And most of those images sometimes do not have a plan. So as an architect, when you try to marry the image with your imaginary plan and put it on paper and to scale, sometimes it takes a bit of time, and we have to do the presentation processes to make the client understand the layout. So once the client approves the layout, then we are able now to do the final production of the drawings, to where now we'll take them to the printing bureau and print and deliver these drawings to the client, or in this case take the blueprints to the city council for approvals and for review, because also the city council does reviews. There's a way, there are set standards of plot ratio that the council would allow you to use. And for example, there are dimensions and minimum requirements of dimensions that you should leave, where there are permanent ventilations at the back, at the front, facing the road, and these are for various reasons with the council. So all these things the council has to look at them before granting you the approval. So once you receive the approval, then again you have to receive another document that is called a building permit. Once we have the building permit, then we are able to submit these drawings to the NCA again for an NCA approval, and register the project to the NCA. Now once we have the NCA approval, then we are able to break the ground. So we can go to the ground and do holding of the ground, and fencing, either with mabati, or some clients, in this case most of them have already done their boundary walls, and then again do a site board. A site board is a requirement from NCA that lists down the list of professionals that are involved in the project, and it's mounted at the gate or at the front of the project, whereby if any government personnel visits the site, either from the city council or from the National Construction Authority, are able to check and counter check from their system that this project is approved, and this project it's granted, and the government knows of this project. Well, for all your residential designs and commercial apartments, malls, institutions, schools, hospitals, and just any form of construction, you can be able to partner with EABL Africa and visit us at our offices at Trio Complex, 4th floor, old EABL building off Garden, off Thika Road, just next to Garden City. So we are in a central place where you can be able to access us easily.